Good morning, y'all. What's happening? What's happening? You mean me and Coach Far in the building. Before I begin, y'all, I gotta give a big shout out to my brother, I Hate Sean, you know what I mean, and his wonderful I'm Possible movement. You know what I mean? I posted some pictures this morning because I had gotten the most wonderful care package yesterday. So check me out on Twitter. You'll definitely see me rocking the wedge. And you know what I mean? If you like the shirts, please go and support my brother. Go and support his movement. You know what I mean? We all got to be here for each other, man. You know what I mean? And we all got to realize it's one day at a time. And you are possible. We are all possible. Nothing is impossible. You know what I mean? So big shouts. And now we dive in to yesterday's sludge fest of a game, and we've come to realize one very, very, very important fact that John Elway will have to deal with from now until he decides to actually deal with it. Uh, y'all coach Denver is terrible. All right, so listen. A lot of things yesterday's game. So you got Denver versus Seattle in Seattle. Russell Wilson's first game back uh, to Seattle since he left. And boy, those fans forgot how good they had it with his ass because they was booing him like he stole something. And yes, I get the fact that you guys are upset that he's gone, and I get that. But have some class, y'all. He got y'all the Super Bowl, almost got y'all two, man. A lot of franchises never even sniff a quarterback like that, and y'all booing him. Man. Well, stay classy. But anyway, and we move on. Because quite honestly, the Russell Wilson that I've been seeing for the past two seasons in Seattle looks like the same guy that showed up in Denver. Just being honest. Russell is on the back end of his career, and it's starting to look like it a little bit. But I just cannot blame the entirety of that debacle on him. I mean, clock management was awful. I mean, running plays that didn't go anywhere. I mean, I don't know what Nathaniel Hackett was Nathaniel couldn't hack it yesterday, and I'm gonna say that. You know what I mean? You got weapons there. You got weapons in Denver, and you got a decent quarterback in Denver. Why were you struggling against a middling Seattle team? And this is not disrespect to Geno Smith, but if Geno Smith was lights out, he would have been playing. You know what I mean? He is a solid backup. He is. And a backup should not have beaten that Denver team last night. They really got to look themselves in the mirror. And honestly, my wife noticed something yesterday while we were watching, and she brought it to my attention. She was like, Seattle was amped for this game. They had something to prove. They had motivation. You know who didn't really look like they had motivation? The Broncos. I mean, they just really didn't look enthused. They didn't look like amped up, excited, and didn't look like they cared that this might be a revenge game for their quarterback. I mean, it was just wild milk toast, man. It was wild milk toast. And if that's gonna be the way y'all approach this season going forward, man, y'all gonna struggle. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna struggle, man. And if y'all struggle again, when do you start looking at Elway like, all right, guys, we need a new GM up in here? I mean, how many times has he whiffed on quarterbacks since he brought in Peyton Manning all those years ago? Won one Super Bowl with him, and they acted like that locked down his job for the next 10, 12 years, and he could afford to make mistakes. Now, bruh, you made too many mistakes at the quarterback position. slowing down your team's progress, and now you've got a head coaching issue, in my humble opinion. So well, good luck. Best I can put it, but I definitely didn't draft any Denver players in fantasy this year. Just being real, I saw this debacle coming. Was like, I'm good. I'm good. Y'all draft those guys. Now Seattle. I mean, end of the day, Metcalf and Lockett got a lot more to do, and that running game is wild suspect. You know what I mean? Especially now with Chris Carson retiring and stuff. But, I mean, happy for him. Congratulations, Gino. Gino threw that nice touchdown. Listen, it's not a knock to Gino, all right? I'm not knocking Gino at all. Because, as I remarked last night, Gino is the starting quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks, and E.J. Manuel, who got drafted ahead of him that year, is an ESPN commentator. You know what I mean? So that's the luck of football, real big. So I'm happy for Gino. I'm happy he's got a resurgence in his career. I'm glad he's able to lead this team. I mean, honestly, I don't know for how long. Because at the end of the day, they will be either drafting or looking for their future starting quarterback. You know, and unfortunately, I just don't know if that's Geno Smith. But for right now, he's definitely, he got that win under his belt, and that's definitely gonna give some confidence going forward. So, that's what's up. You know what I mean? I like seeing that. That kind of story. So that's cool. But again, I don't see the Seahawks being dangerous this year. And honestly, if Denver doesn't get their act together, I don't see them being dangerous this year either. I mean, again, this is all really, really, really off of one game. But let's face it, there's certain things you can see, especially like on the coaching side. There's things you can see, adjustments that weren't made and stuff like that that possibly cost the Broncos the game. But honestly, nothing more than that weak display of energy, because I really didn't see energy. And that's kind of what you should be seeing from a team when you play, especially your first week, and you got a new quarterback. Y'all excited. Y'all work things out in the preseason. Y'all got, things installed. You're ready. And you come out and be as flat as y'all were. Y'all really got to think about that, in my humble opinion. You know what I mean? All right, y'all. Have a great, great Tuesday. It's all love, and I'm possible.